Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here, and as always, thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. I've been sitting here pulling my hair out, and this COVID. It's therapeutical actually having this hair. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's therapeutical because the Cowboys literally are making me pull out my hair. And I've been busy today because it's like I can't go out and work today. This is like the end of the world for the Dallas Cowboys for me. To see my team as putrid as it is. See, to me, I'm sitting here thinking that we need to, you need to set a tone. To me, it's kind of like, one of these movies where, the guy in charge looks at the troops or the soldiers or whatever and says, does anybody have anything to say? And somebody says, yeah, man, bam. Does anybody else have anything else to say? Well, yeah. Okay. Let's go on. You need to get these guys' attention because you're losing the team. The team is lost. This team has no faith in the coaching staff right now. And you can see that. You can see the defense gave up. You can see the lifelessness that's out there. And somebody else actually brought up something interesting too, as far as Zeke goes. And I hadn't thought about that. I give you credit, but it's in my emails. I'll give you credit later. And I want to look into this more. They were talking about Zeke Elliott, with the fumbles and things like that. That he did test positive. He did have COVID. And they do say that a lot of the people, they get COVID, they're not needing to be hospitalized and stuff. But there's also problems that they have after the fact, nerve damage, organ problems and stuff, even young and healthy people. Is it conceivable that Zeke still doesn't quite have it all because of what happened with COVID? I swear that I think I had it. For me, I felt like I didn't have the heavy cough and the high fever, but I had these chest pains. You guys remember I kept going back and forth because I couldn't figure out what it was. It literally felt like I had somebody sitting on my chest. I would have to hold my breastplate like this and kind of help myself to breathe, and my blood pressure was through the roof and stuff. And still, I get tired. I get tired, and it might be that I'm just old. But anyway, this is bad. If this is true. This came from Jane Slater. Jane Slater, of course, said that Dak Prescott was looking for $40 million too. But Jane Slater is reporting, this is some breaking news right now, that unnamed Cowboy players, two of them, after the game last night, slammed the coaches and basically said that the coaches have us unprepared, that they don't know what they're doing, and that they cannot adjust on the fly. If you're hearing players saying that now, oh, this does not bode well. This is, you have to have, you can't have the inmates running the asylum, so to speak. I think that, that's the term. But if the players feel that the coaches are crap, it doesn't matter what they're teaching. It's not going to get through. They've turned off and turned away from the Dallas Cowboys. You can't have that. It just doesn't work. And I can believe this. This is why I can believe this, because you've heard, Alden Smith, who's been in this system, he was the ones that said, no, the system's not that complex. It's just, just need time. But you heard Jalen Smith say that we need to simplify this, that it's too complex. And, you even Mike Fisher was talking where he had talked to a former coach or scout or somebody out there who looked and said, it's not an effort problem. It's more of a problem of guys are lost. And I can agree with that 100% because, I keep using this analogy, but go back and look at if you want to get sick, go back and look at the RG3 year, week 17, Cowboys versus Washington. You had DeMarcus Ware look completely out of sorts. He's one of the best players, in the history of the Dallas Cowboys. But he did not know what to do with RG3. And instead, he just stood there flat-footed and that's the way it feels when you watch our Dallas Cowboys defense. that, they'll make some good plays. The first couple of drives, they were doing well. Jalen Smith on Kyler Murray, where he got that first down. You understand that Kyler Murray, he's fast, he's elusive, he's doing this to everybody. And, we played spying where, Jalen Smith is there, he's spying and everything else on him. He just couldn't make the play on, Kyler Murray just made a better play. But now, it's not a lot you can do at this point for this season, but if you got players that aren't buying in, somebody has to go, either the players or the coach. This is Paul Alexander as the offensive line coach. Remember Paul Alexander from the Cincinnati Bengals? He came in, Mr. Ketchup Bottle, and one of his parameters for whether or not he had a smart offensive lineman was if they knew to take the ketchup bottle and tap it on the 57, and it helps the ketchup to come out instead of shaking it like this. Okay, if you gently tap on the 57, that's why the 57's there on the neck of the label. But see, you understand when the game has passed somebody by, and evidently it passed Paul Alexander by because guess what? It's squeeze bottles now, dog. Ain't nobody having to. You squeeze it out. I'm not surprised. I'm honestly not surprised because when you're averaging 38 points a game, giving up, and actually, let's do this. I'll figure out the numbers, but you're really giving up like 40 a game if you take out the first game. The Ram game was the only game that we actually played halfway decent, 20-17 loss. You look at 49 for the doo-doo Browns that got obliterated. Yeah, if I'm a player, I'm looking for some excuse or somebody to point the finger. Hey, don't look at me, man. I'm doing the best. Coach don't know what the hell he's doing. Coach don't. But you are definitely, the team's falling apart. Team is falling apart. Can't believe it. Wow. I don't know what to tell y'all. I wish I could say I had an answer, but I think somebody has to go. Somebody needs to be made an example of to get this shit together. It's the only way it's going to get fixed. I think I'm going to do a live stream. I'm going to let Vosh finish. But I think I'm going to do a little live stream in here when he's done. I don't want to take up the YouTube space, but we got a lot to talk about. Peace.